Guys, we have a great episode of Between the Pond and Store. Before we get into it, I sincerely want to thank the episode sponsor, Bong Water. Bong Water, you guys, is a THC-infused drink. I myself am a huge advocate of it. They are currently available in Oklahoma, Missouri, and Minnesota, but they are expanding nationally. They offer a wide variety of products, and their drink has a specially infused process where instead of taking like 2-3 hours to hit, it hits quick. It hits in about 10 minutes. It is good stuff. You guys check out Bong Water if it's in one of those states that I mentioned, and if not, keep your eyes peeled for when it comes to your state, because like I said, they are expanding nationally. Again, that is Bong Water. There's a link in the video description to check out their website, their company. I've become very friendly with the owner, and I love that they're supporting me. So you guys check out some Bong Water, and with that, let's get into the episode. A little bit of an update on the Hitler playing card set. I sold it. What I didn't realize was I made a promo code, 25% off all DPRK and Third Reich items. And that's a Third Reich item. So my $4,700 price tag got dropped down to $3,500, but I still made $500. And I'm donating 20% to the DC Holocaust Museum. So before I do that, before I ship it out, I do want to photograph every single card and put it up on the internet so everybody can see it and learn from it. So we're gonna take some pictures and package it up. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I bring the cat to work because I come home and she's like, where the fuck were you? So I include her and I bring her in here because I think it's better for her. But she just meows and bitches, and then when I get home, she's like, where the fuck were you? Never ending cycle. I like this guy with his like cute little Nazi salute, this like little skip, like, hi all. God, look at these f***ers. This one legitimately scares me. Creepy. Just look at his eyes. Yeah, people poisoned all of the children in the bunker. True story. Goebbels had 7 kids. Poisoned all of them in the bunker. God. Pervitin much? Look at this guy's eyes. Alright, so if you want to see all these cards, they're going on my Instagram, they're going on my Facebook, just so everybody can see them and appreciate history. But yes, I'd like to donate to a museum, but this thing cost me $3,000. I'm not made of money, and I can't just give away every treasure that walks in here because it just so happens to fall in my lap. I try and do the best thing I can with it. In this case, I am. I'm giving money to charity, I'm photographing and preserving it, and I can't say who the customer is, but the customer definitely has an appreciation of history, and they're not a bad person. This is not going to some Nazi's house. I've been terrified that a Hasidic Jew is going to walk by as I'm photographing these things. What are you doing in there? Nothing. I donated 125. I rounded up. It was 101 something. That was going to be 101.12 was my profit. I sold it for 3,562, but I just rounded up to 125. So I gave a little more than 20% of the profits to the United States Holocaust Museum. It's a DC Holocaust Museum, which I visited my uncle in 2020, and I went there with him, and it was heavy. It's worth going to and seeing and learning, but it's like very, very, very sad. Let's keep it alive. There's a little bit of money. Like I said, I wish I could have donated it, but I'm not made of money.
The next day.
So I sold that Third Reich playing card set, but going over that playing card set, we saw Hindenburg, and let's talk a little bit about Hindenburg and how he's kind of responsible for Hitler, because this weekend, I mean, you guys are watching it a week late, but this week marks the 89th anniversary of the Night of the Long Knives. Paul von Hindenburg was born in 1847 to a Prussian aristocratic family, and in World War I, he made himself distinguished in his bravery, especially at the Battle of Tannenberg, where the Germans beat the Russians in this crazy battle. In 1925, Hindenburg was elected president of Weimar Republic, Germany, and obviously Germany was going through a lot of economic problems that were getting worse and worse. Meanwhile, you have the National Socialist German Workers' Party. The Nazis were forming and getting more and more popular. They were written off at first, but then under Hitler's leadership and just given all their strong-arm tactics, street fighting, the intimidation, the murder, all the shit that was going on behind the scenes, they really bullied their way into power, and using propaganda and technology, they made a name for themselves. It became very popular very fast, especially as the economy got worse under Hindenburg. So Hitler ran against Hindenburg, and he did not win, but it got pretty close. In fact, Hitler was using new technologies like loudspeakers, driving around, using airplanes to do multiple speeches in a day around the country, and Hindenburg wasn't doing that. Hindenburg still won, but Hitler kept rising. And so in the 1930s, early 1930s, Hindenburg was pressured to appoint Hitler Chancellor of Germany to satisfy the people of the German Workers' Party, the National Socialists, Nazis. And he did this because he wanted to appeal to the people, because the economy was getting worse and the messages of the Nazis, the economic messages, what they were trying to push through, was growing more and more popular. On top of that, the street fighting, the chess game going on in the background was getting more intense, and Hindenburg was getting old. Now, everybody, including Hindenburg, thought that they could control Hitler. In fact, Hindenburg hated Hitler. He called him that Bohemian corporal as a slang, writing him off. So when he was appointed chancellor and Hindenburg was president, Hitler quickly began secretly consolidating power and planning to well, become the dictator. And so well, it was a long chess game that lasted a couple years, but in 1934, Hitler really started consolidating his power. There was this guy, Ernest Röhm. He was the leader of the SA, the Brown Shirts. He was a huge supporter of Hitler in the early days. Hitler owes a lot of his early political success to Röhm and the Brown Shirts, but Röhm was openly gay and started to see Hitler as a threat. And so Hitler called in Himmler, who was head of the SS, and decided to have Röhm and all of his supporters murdered. So starting on June 30th, 1934, lasting until July 2nd, 1934, we get the Night of the Long Knives. This is where Röhm and all of his supporters, black bag, abducted, taken off the street, driven out into forest, made to dig their own graves, and were executed. Hitler basically killed everybody who stood in his way. In terms of people in the SA who might oppose his power, people in German politics who were like a direct threat, who could take militant action, who could rally against him. Now, he did this conveniently as Hindenburg was basically on his deathbed. Hindenburg died a month later in August, and with Röhm and all of his Brown Shirts and everybody who could support him eliminated and Hindenburg dead, Hitler consolidated his power really fast. He married the office of Chancellor and President into Führer, and there we have it. So that's the Night of the Long Knives. If you guys are curious about this, I'm just kind of briefly skimming it. Read the book In the Garden of Beasts. Erik Larson is my favorite author. He wrote Devil in the White City, which is why I picked H.H. Holmes as the first serial killer, because that book is so good. I honestly think In the Garden of Beasts is better because it's just my forte with what I like with history and intrigue. But In the Garden of Beasts is about the American consul. It's the diplomat stationed in Germany from America. And when he arrives, like, oh, this Hitler guy is coming to power. Oh boy, he's gonna do great things. And like, his daughter starts dating one of the people in the Brown Shirts, and like the dude gets murdered, and like they have to evacuate because they see the writing on the wall. And he keeps cabling back to Washington being like, hey, we should do something about this Hitler guy. And everyone's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. He has a silly mustache. And obviously it wasn't fine. So that is The Night of the Long Knives. And again, the book is called In the Garden of Beasts by Erik Larson, a must read.
I got something for you. Check that out.
Is it Ben's watch?
No. Oh, snap!
So you're gonna wear them?
Nope.
Lost a pair of sunglasses in the ocean this weekend.
Really? Ain't that something? I come with a pair.
Okay, you got Ray-Bans here too?
Yeah, Ray-Bans. They got some real guests. Oh, snap! Look at them.
Look like I should be suing somebody.
God damn it.
Also, I like how I said sue, and I literally just licked my chops on accident. I'm like, it's like, that's what you do.
These, Randy Jackson.
I don't know anything about Randy Jackson.
You know who Randy Jackson is?
No, not the glasses, I mean.
Oh.
Okay, how's 250 bucks?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan, okay. These are brand new. I'm not gonna get brand new retail price. I'll probably get $100. But I see you got a pair of Ray-Bans here. I could probably make 50 bucks on this, so. All right, let's do 250. That's right, I'll make it 260. I'll make it 260 because I like you. I don't do that for anyone. All right, here's 260.
All right, my man.
So this is exciting. This only happens about every 6 months. These are all the gems that I purchased since I saw my diamond buyer last time. Now, just like with scrap gold, you know, I get people messaging me all the time, can I buy your scrap gold? No, because I work with a few people here around town. They're industrial smelters, and that's the system that works for me. I don't want to go shipping and selling it to somebody else. They come to me, they pick up my stuff, they cut me a check, they pay me fair, they're very transparent. So, you know, I like to see what's in front of me, what I'm being paid on stuff. You know, I need to know and see and witness the transaction. I can't just go mailing stuff off and trust someone. Same thing is true for gems. I get people asking me all the time, can I buy your gems? No, because I have one guy that I sell them to. He's a guy out of Los Angeles. He's kind of a big deal. I can't film him. He's very private. But, you know, I buy, as you guys know, I buy metal for the metal. I don't buy the stones if I can help it. And usually people don't put up a fight. Yeah, there's money in it, but it's like, you know, I'm not going to offer anything on it. And if you're not going to say anything, then why would I pay extra? So I saw him, I think in February. So it's been about 6 months. Everything I purchased since, a lot of very small stones. He'll go through it all. I have no idea how much is here. Low end, there's like 1,500. High end, there's like 2,500. I might be pleasantly surprised, but let's see what we get because it's basically free money. All right, so Diamond Guy just left and I got $3,000, which I was not expecting that. That was double what I thought I was gonna get, but you can buy a single thing outside of diamonds. He said this entire bag is junk. So I'm gonna auction on Whatnot tonight, starting bid $1. But it just goes to show, because a bunch of these stones, I remember people being like, pay up. Will you pay up on the stone? No, this is why. You guys be careful when you're buying jewelry. If somebody's trying to sell you on some kind of a stone, do your research on the stone, ask to see paperwork on it. Odds are you're getting hosed no matter what. So just be careful when you're buying jewelry with gemstones in it, because these are worthless. So, much to my surprise, that person who sent me the spreadsheet in one of the last videos, we did end up making a deal. I'm so surprised. I thought for sure they were gonna reject it. They took a few items. They were like the most like premium boomer items, but let's see if it's all here and see if we can Let's see if it's all here and see if we can complete the deal. Miss Wallenstein, my 9th grade English teacher, didn't beat me hard enough. True story, I write all capital letters because of her, because she threatened to fail me if I didn't change to all caps because she couldn't read my writing. And then she died. I mean, odds are she died. This was 20 years ago and she was 70. Although the mean ones live forever.
A few moments later.
Awesome, well, it's all there. I'm gonna sell all of it on my Whatnot auction. It's a lot of boomer but it's cool. And your daily reminder, everybody, follow me on Whatnot. Download it using my code. There's a link in the video description, that Linktree link that says support Pawn Man. Just click on that, and if you don't have Whatnot, you get a free $15 to spend. It can be at my auction, it can be at any auction you want. To get it, you do need to buy something, but it's $15 for free. So download Whatnot using my code and get in on great stuff like that. And let me quick show you these now. So I did a $10,000 deal. I did not film it because I didn't want to put the guy on camera or make him wary. But he sold me this whole tube of 1881S Morgans. These are, they're not all proof-like, but a lot of these are proof-like. And these are like MS64, MS65. These are really nice coins. Too bad it's not a better date, but I paid $2,000 for the tube. There were 19 for the tube. The guy originally bought it, check this out. Originally bought it for $155. So I paid him $2,000 for all of these. Now I'm gonna send most, if not all of them, in to get graded because that is what needs to happen to solidify the value. But these coins, if they grade right, these could be $500-600 a coin. Low one, these will be $250 a coin. So I will at least double my money here. But the thing with sending your coins in to get graded, yeah, it'll be great if you have a home run like this and you know you got a good buy. But you're not gonna get them back anytime soon. That's $2,000 I tied up for 6 months probably. That's how long it's gonna take to send the coins out, get them graded, and get back. So that's the downfall. But this was a really good buy. When they do come back for grading, I'll show them off here on YouTube.
He's a creepy old man in a windowless van who wants to babysit the con artist can.
Let's see what adventures await us today. G.I. Joe? Just kind of.
I don't think
Just
so.
kind of a general.
We work the legs and the arms so they bend.
Yeah, you work those legs and arms. It's like a kid's chest. It's like Simpsons. Literally just got like a bunch of like random toys in it.
Yeah.
I was not that big of a Simpsons fan. Well, I was for like a minute, and then I don't know why. It got kind of shitty in like 2003. It's funny again. I never. I want to tickle you.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a whole lot of money for this. I appreciate your business, and I appreciate you.
Another toy.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
Iron cast deer.
What are those, dude? They're glass or both?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at here. But something tells me you do. Let's see here. Another egg. Oh, this will come in handy for Easter. Another egg. Some fake rose teeth. Okay, so like these are not new in the box. You know, I'm sure you knew that. This looks like an aftermarket thing. Like, I don't know if that's like a Simpsons licensed product. Maybe it is, but look, I'll give you $15.
Oh, I have one that's.
Okay, yeah. So that's all I want to be at with this stuff here.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't take 15.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate, as always, you showing me. I offered him 15 because it's $15 too much. Like, that's me being generous. And with that, there's a bunch of like gross toys like outside of the box. It's not even worth paying somebody to list it. So, don't we love the con artist? Once again, you guys, I want to thank our episode sponsor, Bong Water, which I have sitting right behind me and can't recommend it enough. Bong Water Brewing Company is a THC-infused drink. They have a special blending process where instead of taking several hours to hit you like most edibles, it works pretty fast. So check out Bong Water. They're currently available in Minnesota, Oklahoma, and Missouri, but they are expanding nationally. There's a link in the video description, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of them sponsoring me on here because I now have a deal with them. So with that, you guys, how's the week been? How's the last couple of weeks been? I feel like I haven't. So you guys might have noticed my filming schedule is way off, and it is because, God, it just refuses to quit raining hellfire on me. Just when I thought I was out of it, I had more happen. But the fact is, I simply need to buckle up and be positive and just happens. This is life. Okay, so something really, really bad and upsetting happened to me. And I unfortunately can't share too many details because there's some legal going on. I'm the victim and I'm staving off issues. I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed really bad. And it's turning now into It's causing me a lot of problems. I have real problems, you guys. I have other problems I need to be dealing with. This is a bug on my windshield that has festered into the bug juice is burning through the glass. And so, okay, what happened? Somebody extended me a courtesy of help, and I went to them for help, and they said yes. And then they checked in to get a character reference about me with sources that hate my guts. Why they would check in with these people when they know the whole story and they know the bullshit that was made up about me? I don't know, but they did. And I lost, I lost a major customer. I lost a huge business. Like, I lost a lot of money and I got walked off a cliff. So I'm really angry and I'm just really hurt. So, okay, how's everything else? I went to Miami. It was a lot of fun. I was in a bachelorette party. I was the only guy. I had a blast with those girls. I got very sunburned and tan, but that was fun. No more trips for a long time. I've taken too many trips. I'm actually convinced that a pair of shoes I have. Actually, I saw the video right before I went to New Orleans. Those black Nikes, the Jordan 6s. I'm pretty sure those are unlucky because every single time I wear those shoes, something really bad happens. I kind of want to get rid of them, and I don't usually believe in talismans that are unlucky, but there's something uncanny about these damn shoes. Other announcements to get into, the D.B. Cooper Silver Bullion, the Pawn Man True Crime Series Issue 2 will be coming out very soon. Lady Liberty Bullion is currently working on the design. We are almost done with the Holmes bars. There's just a few of them left on my website, so scoop those up. They'll never be made again. Other things I want to address. I recently got a question. I lost it about Pawn Man. When are you going to burn out? Like, it seems like you're burning out. I am. You guys, I really am. You might have noticed there's a lot more YouTube shorts that I'm uploading. It is because I am now monetizing social media and making real money on it is my #1 goal. Now, I have got to correct this because I'm being pulled apart so many different ways, and I was able to manage it for a while, and then just so much bad happened to me starting in April, and it has not let up. It has completely decimated my mental health. I am really burning the candle at both ends here, and I'm starting to see the effects in my mental capacity. My emotion is all over the place. I'm in therapy, and I'm really glad I am back in therapy, but it's not quite enough. And the fact is, like, people are like, why don't you take some time off? I can't. Every time I go on a vacation, gets lit on fire, and it costs me money to go on vacation without all the bad happening. What I have done, I've changed my store hours. So we are now 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday is still 12 to 3. And I'm only doing that because my Whatnot auctions are going so late. I've got to be getting more sleep. And the fact is, like, when I do Whatnot, like, I'm going to put a video out pretty soon. It's a day in the life up so you guys can see exactly what my day looks like. I have like 1 hour of free time, and that's running. That's my free time in a day that I do a Whatnot auction. I wake up, I go to work, I work all day, set up the auction, go home, I go running, and then I do the auction, and the auction gets done at like midnight or 1, and then I go to bed. And I've been doing this now like 4 or 5 days a week. It is really killing me. All right, let's get into these questions. Question 1 coming in from Raymond McGowan. Raymond says, how close am I to closing the shop due to my own personal burnout and other difficulties like finances? So I actually came really close to selling equity in this company because there are 2 people that have made me offers valuing this business at $2.5 million. They offered me $250K, and I turned it down because it's the dumbest idea to sell my equity right now. I'm just getting started. I'm giving away a piece of my brand that I'm building that's international for a paltry $250K. That's not a lot of money. And like, yeah, it's a lot of money to solve all my problems, but in the scheme of things, I just don't think it's worth it. So I just got to keep at it and keep working and hope to hell that this clicks and that I start making real money from this and I can use it to insulate this business and hire the help that I need and take off the time that I need to be taking. Appreciate your concern though. And how can you help me easily? Just share my videos. Don't watch these videos on Facebook. Watch them here on YouTube. This pays me fairly. Simple as that. Or become a Patreon, or sponsor me, or just buy from my store. Because if I sold literally everything I have in a day, then I'd have no money problems. Okay, question 2 coming in from Peter Freese. Peter says, will I ever show the con artist? No, because I don't want to put him in danger. Look, say what you want about the guy. I know some things about the guy because I've looked him up, but he is a good customer. I have made money on him, and he's a great staple here. And yeah, I don't want to do him dirty like that. No, if I showed his face, I'm inviting him for somebody to harass him or tell him that I'm making a novelty on his persona and voice, and I have a line of silver bullion products with his likeness on it, and let's not tell him. So no, I will never show him. Question 3 coming in from Earthchan. Earthchan says, hey Evan, can you dedicate a video to your political career? I wrote a comment about it a while ago, but I'm not sure where I can find more about it. I would greatly appreciate it, the great work you do. Let's bookmark this for the next Pawn Hub. I will give you guys a 5-minute monologue. I'll tell you guys this much. I just spoke to a journalist, and the political con artist, his catching up to him. He danced around it very well, and like, it's kind of complicated and it's not terribly sexy. It's like a really dumb inventing Anna. This kid has made so many enemies and has burned so many people, and as far as I can tell, has stolen 6 figures. I am very surprised that American law enforcement is not interested in a Canadian national who is misappropriating American political funds and seems to be treating it like his own vacation coffer. This will come out. This is about to break open, and I'm definitely witness number 1 in all of this. So, in the next Pawn Hub, I'll give you guys the full story about what happened. It's pretty interesting. Question now. Buy a taco truck. Put the little bells on it and a little dancing taco. Park outside of elementary school playground. Put the music on. Little girls come up. Get the Tickle Monster Gal's taco truck. Oh. You get a taco, little girl, and I get a little taco. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, Tickle Monster Gal says, what's your favorite food? And somebody wrote this comment, I bet he likes Taco Bell. I do. I'm trying to eat less of it because I'm, one, I've had to come to Jesus about my spending habits and how I need to stop eating out every night. Okay, so what's my favorite food? I like eel. Like quite a lot. I actually could eat eel every day. I think eel is extremely good. I really like fine dining. My favorite restaurant around town here in Minneapolis is the Capitol Grill. It is corporate, but it's a great culinary experience. Yeah, it's corporate, but I take my parents. It's $500-600. I like Japanese food a lot. I'm very, like, my cuisine palette is pretty open. I don't like gamey food. There's a lot of meat cuts that I don't like, but I'm down to eat pretty much anything. But I would probably have to say eel. All right, question 5. Coming in from Numismatic Master says, question for next Between the Pawn. What got me into anime or Japanese culture in general? Good question. 2 things. Well, the biggest thing that got me into anime, which got me into Japanese culture in general, was Toonami, which I would come home from 5th grade, and through Toonami, I was exposed to so many of my favorite anime, the top ones being Outlaw Star and Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I like Tenchi. Like the whole Toonami lineup from 1998 to like 2001, and then Adult Swim, the Saturday night Adult Swim block, really got me into Gundam. That's why I like Mobile Suit Gundam. Particularly in Japanese culture though, Rurouni Kenshin is why I started studying Kumdo. I couldn't find anybody to teach me Kendo, but I started studying Kumdo, which is Korean sword fighting. He also uses the same sword, and I got a black belt. And that got me into samurai culture, and that love of anime, taking too much Adderall and wanting to be a screenwriter is why I majored in Japanese studies, because I wanted to be the guy that they would call if they were gonna adapt Japanese cartoons. And I guess that'll do it for the questions this week. All right, guys, well, just like that, it is the end of the day and the end of the episode. Once again, I sincerely want to thank our episode sponsor, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of them because I have a deal that I signed with them. So I'm going to be promoting them a lot. Bong Water, you guys. It is a THC-infused drink available in Minnesota, Missouri, Oklahoma, expanding nationally. It's really good. Just remember, you guys, don't hit the bong, drink the water. Bong Water. And if you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that notification button so you guys know when new episodes of Pawn Man, Between the Pawn, Pawn Up, all the other great stuff we do on this channel are coming out. If you guys like what I do and you want to become a supporter or sponsor, please let me know. There's a link in the video description to join my Patreon. You get uncensored versions of these videos and you get them early. And I do exclusive Patreon posts as well. So if you want to support me, I could use all the help I can get. Get my books on Amazon, another easy way to support me. Or just subscribe here to this channel. Follow me on social media at Evan Kale, at PawnMan, and I'll see you guys back here for another great video. Later, guys. Oh wait, no, I should go like this. Huh?